Hi, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to your first video of trimester 2. So, we're going to get rolling right away with the laws of exponents that you saw in class today. Our first law, multiplying with the same base. Okay, so when the base is the same. For example, 2 to the third and 2 to the second times 2 to the second. Okay, so the bases are both 2. Okay, so what we're going to do is write it out. So what would that be like? Oh, well, it's 2 times 2 times 2. Okay, that's the first one. Times 2 times 2. Well, really, that's just 2 to the fifth. Okay? Hey, write this down in your notes. Okay, so just write this example, A, B, and C. Write those down in your notes. And then tomorrow in class, you'll get this packet. You can write it in the packet tomorrow in class, and you'll be able to start on this practice. Okay, so next one, 3 to the fourth. Okay, well, that's 3 times 3 times 3 times 3 times 3 to the third. So times 3 times 3 times 3. Well, that's 3 to the seventh. All we have to do is count up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay? Next one. We've got 6 to the first. All right, that's 6 times 6 to the third. 6 times 6 times 6. Oh, well, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 6 to the fourth. Okay, so we're not actually writing what it's equal to. We're just simplifying it. Okay, so I'm going to tell you, doing this right here is a strategy, okay? It's a good strategy. Anytime you are puzzled about what you're doing, write it out, okay? It doesn't make you look silly. It's just a great way to do it. If you see what's going on and you see the pattern, awesome. So I'm going to just do a couple of these. Again, you can go back to them tomorrow. So 2 to the fifth. All right, 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. All right, so there's 2 to the fifth times... Oh, 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. Okay, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, it's 2 to the 10th. Okay, that's the simplified version of that problem. Okay, so that's what we're going for. We really want to be able to figure out the simplified version. And again, if you can skip the repeated multiplication form, that's fine, but it's always something you can go back to. Okay, I want to look at one more of these before we go on to the next power rule. Okay, so down here, hey, look at this. So right down here, this is where they start getting kind of tricky. Remember that one today in class where we said, okay, which thing has the exponent? What's the thing with the base? It's the m. So this is really 6 times m times m times m times m. I'm going to zoom in because I am writing kind of sloppy. Okay. Times 2 times m. Oh, well, okay. So I'm going to just simplify this right here. So it looks like we've got 6 times 2 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times m times m times m times m times m. Okay, well, if I'm going to simplify that, looks like that would be 6 times 2 is 12 m to the fifth. Okay, so there's the simplified version of that. And again, if you see the pattern, great, but it always is a good strategy to write it out. You can always, when in doubt, write it out. Okay? All right, moving on to our next rule of exponents, multiplying with the same exponent. Okay, so this is kind of a little tricky thing too. So if we've got 2 to the third times 3 to the third, oh, okay, well, that just really means they have the same exponent, 2 times 3 times 2 times 3 times 2 times 3. Well, each of these is the same as like 2 times. Again, write this one down in your notes. write these A, B, and C, and then we are calling it a day. All right, so using this example right here, we've got, let's go back to this, 5 times 3 to the 5th. That's 15 to the 5th. So you can see I'm just multiplying the bases and I'm keeping the exponent. Okay, last one is 2 times 4 to the 4th. Oh, well, 2 times 4 is 8 to the 4th. Okay, these ones are pretty straightforward. Again, you can always write it out. 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 6 times 6 times 6 times 6. Whoa, that's hard to say. Okay, you can always do that. That's a strategy that you can do that will never fail you. Okay, for these ones right here, I know you're going to get to these and you're going to have questions. So n to the 5th, z to the 5th. Well, as we saw, that's just nz to the 5th. That's the only way you can simplify it. nz to the 5th. Okay? All right. Hopefully that clarifies things. Okay, we're going to look at one more of these just so you don't have questions tomorrow in class. All right, 4b1, or let's look at 16. All right, so x to the 3rd, z to the 3rd, times 2. So that's 2 times x z to the 3rd. And that's the way we're going to simplify it too. So that's all we can do for simplification. 2 xz to the 3rd. Okay, have a great night. We'll see you in class tomorrow, and you'll get a packet, and you can copy all of these things down in it. See you then.